We've got just over a week to go until the Longines Hong Kong international races, and the pieces of the puzzle are starting to come together as the countdown continues towards the Turf World Championships. Here's what's coming up on HK Direct this time. Steve Moran and Charlie Henson take us on an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of the quarantine stables. We'll be looking ahead to the Longines International Jockeys Championship that takes place at Happy Valley next Wednesday night. And it's been a month of milestone wins for Richard Gibson and Umberto Rispoli, plus a big Sunday at Sha Tin for John Moore. We'll reveal the winner of this month's masterclass. But we're going to start the show with an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of the quarantine stables here at Sha Tin, where the 24 international horses will be spending their time once they arrive here in Hong Kong. Steve Moran has the story.
Charlie Henson, poacher turned gamekeeper. Well, not quite, but the man who used to travel horses around the world and some of the best is now supervising those doing exactly the same. Charlie, thanks for your time this afternoon as we have a look at the Sha Tin quarantine stables.
No problem, welcome.
Your life is very different.
It is. Now just remaining in Hong Kong, been here nearly 4 years. But it's a fantastic place to be, fantastic club to work for, and thoroughly enjoy it.
You, of course, brought a number of horses here, probably travelled to 5 or 6 countries, particularly with Luca Kamani's horses?
Yes, I probably brought 6 runners here, mainly for Luca, and it was a fantastic time of my career. Ultimately with Precipice winning the QE2 here in 2009, but it's onwards and upwards, and now having a fantastic time here in Hong Kong.
What's the secret to successfully travelling a horse? Is there one?
No, there is no secret to the success. It is purely just trying to minimise risk, is the way I always used to look at it, trying to cover all the angles, but everyone's got a different method, and everyone's got a different theory of how to do it, so it's interesting to watch how everybody now sort of what they do when they get here, what their track work is, but I look on it from a different angle now.
So many fantastic international winners have come from this facility, even in recent years, Lord Canaloa, Morris, Highland Reel, just to name a few. Take us through the facilities, obviously trotting ring here. There must be everything a trainer needs.
Yes, exactly. So this is the trotting ring. As of next Monday morning, this will be a height of activity from about 7 o'clock in the morning. There will be all the internationals will be in here, getting ready to warm up before they go to the track.
Well, Charlie, the whiteboard's a feature of just about every stable everywhere in the world. What's this one for?
So this is the track work planning board. Basically on the afternoon before the track work, the connection will decide where they want to go for the following day. So they'll put their magnets on under the dirt or the turf, and then we make the plan, but this will be completely full by come next Sunday.
Yes. No one fiddles with it when they shouldn't.
It's been known to happen, but hopefully not.
Is there a limit to the number of times the horses can use the turf track?
They're allowed on, from next Saturday, they're allowed on 2 times before the race.
Charlie, a number of sand rolls in this facility. This one looks terrific. I could set up a barbecue there.
Yeah, I'm sure. We've got 8 sand rolls here in the quarantine stable. And yeah, it's really for the horses to be able to come and have a roll and relax after their track work.
And Charlie, the walker, again, fundamental to the training of most horses, and this looks very well protected with the rubber.
Yes, no, we've got 2 walking machines here in the quarantine stable. Some connections prefer to hand walk their horses, but this does offer the facility and the option for them to put them horses on the walker, some to warm up, some to cool off, and it really, yeah, they seem to adapt to it.
Charlie, these stables are absolutely immaculate as they're prepared for impending arrivals. Now, what's this? Automatic water?
So this is automatic water feeder, and it's by the local supply. But when a horse drinks and the level goes below a certain point, it will refill.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It's pretty good.
Let's walk us through these stables. As I say, they're in absolutely perfect condition. Rubberised flooring, rubber on the walls as well, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Each stall has a feed manger as well, so they don't need to bring their own. And then the bottled water supply is in there if they need it.
Now we have to see this, bottled water for the horses. So in this small ante room here, So that's already prepared and organised.
Yeah, this is ready for the intake of the horses, and will get replenished as supply reduces, as will all the other bits and pieces with the bedding, the hay, and anything else that the connections require.
Aside from the very stringent biosecurity measures, what about general security?
So the entire facility is monitored by security, and each individual barn and stall is monitored by security on a 24-hour basis.
CCTV?
Yes.
Yep. And here's the gates. I've always been fascinated, having stood at the 200-metre mark, about where these horses come from, where they go back to. You're about to show me. It's around the 600-metre mark.
Exactly. So what happens in the process is I'll get a call from the track manager, and then we will open up the gates when the time is right, and they will then come out here, head across onto the turf track, and then head down towards the all-weather entrance, which is about the 300-metre mark.
And both tracks are always in fantastic shape, so they'll either come out on the turf here for a more serious workout, or work on the all-weather track, which is probably three or four mornings for the week.
Yeah, for sure. And individuals or the individual connections will just map their plan out and decide which day they want to go on the turf. But generally, they all seem to get on and basically carry out their duty as they think.
It's a long way down there to that finishing post, which is where everybody wants to be and be first.
I know. It's what is it, 600 metres from here. So yeah, looking forward to a good week, and welcoming the connections here to the Hong Kong Jockey Club quarantine stable.
Charlie Henson, thank you very much for access to the quarantine stables and for your insight as we look forward to the 9 December Longines Hong Kong International Races.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Steve, but also to Charlie Henson, who manages the quarantine stables, for that look at the quarantine setup here at Sha Tin. That piece was filmed earlier on in the week before the horses arrived. Soon after, we had Prince of Arran, Red Verdun and Latrobe as the first arrivals into Hong Kong. They're all destined for the Hong Kong Vase. And by Sunday, we'll have all of the international runners arrived here in Hong Kong for what's going to be a huge week of racing. And we've got every angle covered for you heading into the Longines Hong Kong International Races. On Tuesday, you'll be able to join the Racing to Win team for their look at the Longines International Jockeys Championship meeting. Wednesday, we've got the first of our 3 track work shows. We'll be looking at the international horses as they complete their final pieces of their preparation. We'll also be catching up with their connections. Wednesday night is the Longines International Jockeys Championship, a 9-race card. Races 4, 5, 7 and 8 are the designated legs of the International Jockeys Championship. We've got the special preview show with Andrew Lejeune and the team on Thursday. You'll be able to join myself on Friday for HK Direct, and Alan Aitken also on Friday for the Winning Factor. Racing to Win on Saturday. We'll have a full look at the 10 races for the Hong Kong International Races meeting, and then we've got the big day itself on Sunday. But the week gets underway really on the Wednesday night for the International Jockeys Championship. It was won last year by Zach Purton, and recently Doug Chalmers caught up with him about what it means to compete and win the championship.
Oh, listen, I think it's probably the strongest jockeys competition out of all the ones around the world, and it certainly is the most exciting one, being at Happy Valley under lights as part of International Week. I'd come close to winning it a couple of times, but hadn't been able to. And to be honest, like I said, I didn't think I had the book of rides to be able to get it done. So it was a little bit of a surprise, but it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it.
You're an incredibly competitive jockey. How satisfying is it to test your skills against the likes of Hugh Bowman, Ryan Moore? Yeah, it is. It's always enjoyable to ride against those guys. You can learn so much from them and pick it up and try and add it to your repertoire if you can. But yeah, I enjoy the competition with them, and I think it's great for not just racing in Hong Kong, but world racing as well. And just finally, a general question about Happy Valley. How special is it to ride at the track, the atmosphere it generates, and also the circuit itself? Yeah, it's very unique. You don't have any other course in the world like it. Like I said, you get the beer garden pumping. Everyone seems to be in a fairly good mood. They're nice and close to the horses.
because it's at night, I think it adds that little bit extra to it as well. And you look around, you're racing beneath all the skyscrapers around, and it's an exciting track because you always have so many close finishes, and you need so much luck in any race there to be able to figure in the finish. But I enjoy it for whatever reason. You know, I go out there and look forward to riding there.
It's certainly a special night at Happy Valley. Wednesday will be the 6th time that Zac Purton has competed in the championship. He's one of 4 Hong Kong-based riders competing in it, up against 8 of the world's best. Mikel Barcelona represents France. He's Godolphin's #1 rider there. Hugh Bowman's had another memorable year with Winx. He won the championship back in 2016. Javier Castellano represents America. He's ridden more than 5,000 winners in his career, including 108 at the top level. Silvestre de Souza came close to winning last year. Colin Keane will be here for the first time for the IJC, plus Christophe Lemaire, Ryan Moore and Yutaka Take will all be involved as well. So it promises to be a super night of racing. Can't wait. Before that, though, we've got racing here at Sha Tin on Sunday, a 10-race card to look forward to, and the feature event, the trophy race, is the Peninsula Golden Jubilee Challenge Cup, featuring the return of promising sprinter Refined Treasure. Plus, we've also got a good Class 2 sprint race to look forward to on the dirt, the Nathan Handicap. The majority of the racing on Sunday will be on the all-weather track. Please note. 10 races. You can join the trackside team for all of the action, and for more information you can go to the website and to Twitter. But that's all for this edition of HK Direct. We hope you can join us next week when we'll be bringing you a special HKIR version of the show. We're going to leave you, though, with a masterclass for November, and a man that looks poised for a big day on the 9th of December is John Moore. He won the key lead-up races with Eagle Way and Beauty Generation on a memorable Sunday at Sha Tin for him.
Generation, this powerhouse miler here in Hong Kong, laying out under pressure. 3 in front from Beauty Only and Southern Legend, and Beauty Generation gets it done. Eagle Way clear from Exultant. The Eagle will land.